Hello everyone, welcome back to my video on the Qatar Grand Prix. As previously, I will be starting with a track walk and following it up with a lap of mine where I talk you through some news. So about the Qatar Grand Prix, the Lusail International Circuit is a racetrack located outside the city of Lusail, north of the capital Doha, opened in 2004 as a motorbike Grand Prix. This is also the second time ever it's on the F1 calendar, the first being 2021 and last year was skipped due to FIFA. We start here on the main straight. The circuit is 5.4 kilometers in length and now we approach the first corner. Fastest part of the track, which is obviously quicker with DRS. You begin braking simultaneously with the turn-in. It is also the main overtaking spot you had to watch out for. And now we approach turn 2, pretty much normal on the brakes for the exit over the short straights. Maintain your speed for turn 4, while turn 3 is completely flat. I did not take it flat, but turn 3 is flat on an F1 car. And now we approach turn 4 and 5. It's a test of rhythm in an F1 car. I obviously did not perfect it, but it's an extremely quick corner. You brake and take 5th flat out with a small lift on some cars. Now we approach turn 6, the slowest corner on the track, a wide radius hairpin with a V shape. This is also the second overtaking spot on the track. Now we approach turn 7, which is similar to turn 1. It's a very fast entry. You have to watch out for the exit, which tightens up, making it very easy to run wide, as I probably did. From here the track starts curving into turn 8, which means you slowly start feeding the car to the left. Turn 8 and 9 are full throttle flat out. Now we approach turn 10, which is famous for its track limit warnings because the curbs are flat and it's very tempting to utilize the best of the track. And turn 11 is flat, and then turn 12 to 14 is treated as one corner where you lift off or you take it flat out depending on your fuel limit. In my opinion, these 3 corners are the most satisfying to take on this circuit. Now we approach turn 15, which is the trickiest of the high-speed corners. F1 cars usually lift or brake based on their fuel limits, or when it's low fuel, they can also take it flat out. And now we approach the final corner, turn 16. It's where the DRS detection point is and also the pit entry. Also, I forgot to mention, this track has one of the longest or the largest number of pit garages of any circuit, at least of what I've seen. I'm not sure if it's a fact. Let me double check it and I will put it on the screen if it is. So coming into this weekend, the biggest news so far is Andretti's approval by the FIA to join Formula 1. So now it's up to F1 themselves to discuss among the teams and decide if they should allow them or not. And the deciding factor is, like, if they do join F1, the prize money will be divided among more people. So that's what makes most teams hesitant about it, but we'll see how it goes. And on other news, the track surface also has been resurfaced. This must have been due to the 2021 tire wear causes, and there were lots of punctures. I believe it was 6 or 7. Let me put up on screen the exact amount. That's not all for track changes. There's also being reports that the DRS detection zone has been moved further backwards and the DRS straight has been made a bit earlier. Hopefully this change will encourage a few overtakes, as this track has only 2 overtaking corners in the entire circuit. Moving on to track specific upgrades for this track, most teams have their cooling ducts completely opened up as well as their highest downforce settings. I will share a few pictures of these right now. Also, last but not least, Max Verstappen can win his driver's title in the sprint race this weekend. Max has been having an amazing season this year. I don't think we've seen this level of dominance before. But well done for Max. I mean, I know fans are annoyed by his level of dominance, but it takes a lot to be this consistent. So cheers to him. I mean, look at Perez. He was good in the beginning and then he struggled to keep up with Max. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad driver by any means, but he's just not as consistent or not as good as Max. Well, to wrap up my video, here are some of my predictions for the upcoming Grand Prix. So for the sprint race, I would say that I would actually say Max would win the sprint race and he would, spoiler alert, win the Grand Prix too. And well, for second place on the sprint race, I would say Lando Norris because the McLaren has been amazing here. But I have no idea how the warm weather would affect them. I wouldn't predict Ferrari that high because I remember Ferrari did have cooling issues. Not cooling issues, they had engine reliability issues early this year. And they did turn down their power units. But let's see, I hope Ferrari does a good job and Carlos comes in third. And for the main race, I would predict... I would actually not predict any Red Bulls in it because I remember how my last week's predictions turned out. So I would say Lando, Carlos, and Charles. And George and Hamilton fights each other for fourth, as per. So well, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for your time. And here's a few clips of me hooning around in the BMW M3. This track is really fun to drift around in. It can easily shred your tires, and if you put the settings to realistic, it's very grippy as well. So I would recommend you download this track from Race Department. It's a pretty cool track, on Assetto Corsa I mean. And if you guys like me to cover some more mods for Assetto Corsa, let me know. I will maybe do a video of a mod review in the upcoming days. And by no means I'm a good driver, I'm still learning, so I'm here to share my progress doing that as well. I hope to be better by next year. And anyways, thank you everyone again for watching, and have a good night or morning or day, wherever you are, whatever time you're playing. So see you, bye.